He ended up breaking up with me the day before Valentine's Day. Like, OGs know Bianca B's show was lit before. What's up, you guys? It's your girl Bianca B, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, make sure you guys check out my celebrity interviews, vlogs, and makeup tutorials. So today we are doing a get ready with me. I'm going to talk about my career, my love life, how I feel about being a flight attendant, and all the juicy questions y'all been asking me through my Instagram DM. So we're going to talk about it right in this video. So let's get to it. Okay, so we are just going to do a get ready with me. I push my hair back. You already know the coffee on deck. My routine hasn't changed since the last video, so if you want a detailed video, you can go look at it. I'll link it right here. So first, let's talk about my third book. I am working on my third book. It is almost done. I'm not gonna put any dates on it, but go read my first two. I'm really excited about this book. This book is like, it's really good. It's juicy, it's real good. So, and I'm not just saying that because it's my book, but it's gonna be real good. Like, this is by far like my best book. I already put out two books, The 20s Chronicles and Paw Plan and Slay. So if you haven't seen that, go and watch that. I mean, not go and watch that, go and read that. You can buy it from Amazon. I'll link it down below. The biggest question I've been getting asked on social media and my DMs is, how am I liking being a flight attendant? Amazing. I don't know why I didn't do it sooner. Honestly, I love just going to different cities. I love that I don't work with the same people each shift. I'm like happy I don't bring my work home. Like, it is very therapeutic. Like, I still feel abundant and I still feel blessed and I still feel like this is the happiest I've been in a very long time. And I love that for me. I just love happiness. Like, it just brings so much joy to me to just be myself and be happy again. Like, I haven't felt good about myself and felt like in a good space in a very long time. So I am just excited, you know? But this is like the happiest I've been in a very long time. Like, I just feel so good about myself. I feel just good. Like, I feel like I'm back to old Bianca, just like in beast and grind mode. Like, that's how I feel. Don't mind my beauty blender, it is so dirty right now. I don't feel like going to the other room to go wet it, so what's my career looking like? Will I ever go back to film? Do I want to work again? I'm not gonna lie, I was telling my friend Michelle this a couple of weeks ago, and this is just a transparency moment. I did feel a little bit of jealousy seeing people like the new show start up. I did feel like I was missing in action, but my friend Michelle, like, she wrote me this really good sweet message because we know what happens behind the scenes before a show launches, and she was like, Bianca, you're not missing out on anything. Like, don't even feel that way. And I did feel like kind of like, damn, fuck, like everybody's moving forward in their career and I just stopped. Did I just give up? But I really didn't. Like, it's so much shit that goes behind the scenes that it's like, you know, I'm really not missing out. I think I was just really much just having FOMO. And it's okay to have that in life, especially because I've always done entertainment. I've done entertainment my whole life. Like, so yeah. You know, my goal is to start back interviewing people because that is my happy space, but I want to do it on my terms and I want to do it the way I want it to do it, you know? So I just want to make sure, like, if I do entertainment, that my next job, I would love to work on a series. Like, I don't think I want to do daytime talk shows anymore. I would love to like work on a TV series or something like Power. Like, I really like Power the franchise, and like I would love to like do that, or like casting for like Nickelodeon or for kids, like more of the casting side of things compared to like a daytime talk show. If I do a show, and I start like, if I do a show, it will be my show. Like how I did it. You know, like OGs know Bianca B's show was lit before all these podcasts came out. I don't know why I didn't keep going, but I was like ahead of my time for sure. Like people didn't really understand it. Now everyone has a show. Like literally. Like everybody has a podcast, everybody has a show. But your girl has been doing that since she was a kid, okay? But yeah, I did have like FOMO. I was like, felt like I was missing out. I did feel like, you know, like, did I just give up? What about my career? Like I worked hard, did I just give up? And I didn't give up, folks. It's just, I need a break. Like I need to do stuff that fulfills me internally and just makes me feel good. Like it wasn't making me feel good. Like I was mad depressed. Like it's gonna all be in my book, but like I was mad depressed. Like mad depressed. I was not myself. Like I felt like a fucking zombie, and I just didn't feel like myself. Like especially the last opportunity that I had. Like yeah, but we're gonna talk about that in the book. But yeah, that's where I'm at with it. Do I miss film? Absolutely. You know, like I love entertainment. That's what I love. But if I do something, it's going to be on my terms and how I want to do it, because people supported me when I had Bianca B show. Everybody like loved my style of interviewing, and I had interviewed some well-respected people, and people respected me, and people still do respect me. So if I was like, if I wanted to start tomorrow, I would have a whole lineup of people to interview that are popular people, you know? So that's where I'm at with it. But I'm taking my time, like I'm living life. Like I love the traveling aspect. Like it's so much fun, and like, yeah, I'm really happy. Like I love being on the go. If you know me, I'm a busybody. I love just being on the go and always just grinding. Like that's just how I am. I'm gonna try to turn this light down because I feel like I look like a ghost. Okay, the next thing we're gonna talk about is my love life. So I don't think I ever told you guys like my breakup story. So Bianca knows how to choose them, don't she? Nah, okay. This is what I will say. So I never was the person that posted my relationships online. That's just never really been my thing. If you saw the person, you saw the person. I posted last year, like earlier last year, you know, my boyfriend at the time, and much respect to him. Like that was a long time ago. Like I'm completely over it, but during that time, the main reason why we really broke up, this was his reasoning. His reasoning for breaking up with me, I flew in because we were long distance. I flew in, you know, trying to make shit work. And long story short, he said he didn't want to be in a relationship. He said that I was too high maintenance. That I went to Starbucks, got my nails done, and ate out way too much for him. That was his excuse, people. So yeah, that was the reason. That was like in May of 2021, and much respect to him. You know, like he supported me and things like that, but you know, it wasn't now that I look back at it, it was like whatever. But during that time, it really hurt my feelings because I'm like, damn, like am I high maintenance? I was like, yo, like I pay for everything. Like the fuck. And then when you're long distance, right, which is why I would never do another long distance relationship. When you're long distance, never say never. I've learned that, never say never. But why I'm not really team long distance relationships anymore is because when you are in a long distance relationship, you have that whole week if you fly out there for a weekend, a weekday, whatever, I would fly out there and be out there for like the weekend or a week, right? And so if you're spending time with your partner that you don't see for the whole month, of course you're gonna go out on dates and go out to eat, because you're in a long distance relationship. You don't have regular date nights, you know what I'm saying? Like once a week, you know? So when you are in a long distance relationship, you're going to go out. You're going to have dates while you're together, because you miss 20 something days off the month of not seeing each other. Compared to if you live in the same state, of course, date night can be once a week or whatever, or you can do something inside the house, but you get to see that person almost every day. When you're in a long distance relationship, you're making up time. You know what I'm saying? So for me, that's why I don't want to be in another long distance relationship. It's like I was in them like twice, and it's just not something that I personally want to do, you know? It's just, I don't want to do that again. And I know me being a flight attendant, perfect job. Even worse. But yeah, I would like to either date someone who is like also in a flight attendant, or like, I don't know. I just don't want to be with someone who doesn't understand what I do and is not supportive of what I do and anything like that. I'm not saying that he wasn't. He was very supportive of my cosmetics company, got me a lot of sales, like was a good person. And that's all I'm gonna speak on that. After that relationship, I ended up moving, you know, to the city. And like I was living in LA, and then I moved over here. And I ended up meeting somebody and ended up being in a relationship towards the end of 2021 up until February of 2022, up until this year. So I was in another relationship after that. Clearly I like relationships. I'm like a relationship girl. I was in another relationship, and it was like perfect. Like I've never met somebody where I was so compatible with and like had a good time with. Like I really liked him a lot. And he was older than me. Like he understood. He was an entrepreneur. Like we was on the same page. And he ended up, I was at his house like all the week, because he lived like 10 minutes away from my job. Like when I was filming in Harlem, like he lived like not too far from my job. So I would be at his house all the time. And he ended up breaking up with me the day before Valentine's Day. Like, and it was just so fucked up how he did it. It was so fucked up how he did it. And he broke up with me the day before Valentine's Day, and then he sent me flowers. He sent me flowers on Valentine's Day and was like, sorry. And he was like, he broke up with me the day before Valentine's Day, and then the next day I had flowers at my door, and I was like, who the fuck is this from? Because I'm one of those people don't know where I stay. Like I'm very vague about where I stay. Like I just don't like everybody know where I stay. Like I've always been like that. I've always been like super pretty much private about my living, because I feel like where you live is like your safe space, and you don't want everybody knowing like where you stay. So anyways, I knew it was from him. So I texted him and I was like, you know, did you send me flowers? And he was just like, yeah, I sent you flowers. But basically he was like, yeah, I felt shitty for breaking up with you the day before Valentine's Day, but I still don't want to be in a relationship. And y'all, I was, now looking back at it, it's been a couple of months, but I was so fucking heartbroken. Like, cause I just really didn't understand. I was like, you know how when you're in a relationship and you know you're about to break up, like, sorry, something in my nose. And you know you're about to break up because you're just like arguing all the time. That was the first time ever where I was completely lost about the breakup. I was like, what the fuck is going on? So after that, I was just like, fuck men. you know? And I was in back-to-back relationships. Like, I've been in a relationship every year since I was like 24, you know? And it's about time. I'm 29 now. So I spent like the last couple of years with somebody every year, you know? Or like with somebody. I have no idea what that is. So, yeah, he like really broke my heart. Like that one, I was more torn before that. I was more torn over that than the last person I was with. Because, you know, I have really liked him. He was a solid dude. We still follow, like, all my boyfriends except for the one I was with for the longest. We still follow each other on Instagram. Like, I have nothing but love for these people because they were a part of my life. Like, I would never get on the internet or bash anybody I've dated or had any encounters with. I just don't move like that. Like, once I'm over it, I'm over it. Like, I'm not going back to you. I don't have a connection with you anymore. Like, once I'm done, you know? And, you know, I wish those people nothing but the best. Like, I'm not gonna sit up here and unfollow you and, you know, disrespect you or anything you got going on or feel any type of way if you move forward in your life, because that's a part of life. Like, I'm never bitter. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of those people, I'm never bitter about what you got going on. So, I have no idea who this is. So yeah, that was my little breakup story. So as far as my love life, I have dated since then. I have liked people since then. But I just really want to focus on myself and like really love on me and really heal, because I feel like I just been giving myself to people and I shouldn't have, you know? So that's where I'm at with it. So I just want to be single and just like live out this last year. I'll be 29 in November. Shout out to Scorpios. Y'all know every year I make a video. I'll be 29 and I'm just excited for this chapter because I felt like my 20s were beautiful. Like, despite all the relationship stuff and the moving and the back and forth stuff, I overall had a good life, and I don't take any of my blessings or lessons for granted. Like, I just don't. I don't take my life for granted. I don't take the people that I met for granted. I don't take my experience for granted. Like, so many people have supported me. I built a show, had 2 books, worked for every fucking network you can think of, and like worked for the Dream People. I worked for Oprah's network. I worked for Steve Harvey. I worked for Nick Cannon. Like, those are blessings that a lot of people don't have, and I will forever be grateful for that. You know, especially being an African American woman and just like maneuvering and being so young when I moved to LA, and just like I hustled. I really worked hard for my success, and so my 20s were the most beautiful and magical experience of my life. Now where I'm at with life, because this is my last year in my 20s, I just want to do everything that I want to do in my life. I don't want to hear anybody's opinions. I don't want to do things that don't feel right. I don't want to do things that don't make me happy. Like, I'm really in a space where I just want to be happy, and I want to make money and love on money and do the things that I want to do. Like, so many people send me film jobs, and I get it. I do, but I just want to be happy right now. Like, I want to be in a good vibe, and right now I'm getting back to that. And nobody's gonna ruin that. Not a man, not a job. Like, my family's healthy. Like, I get to see my family whenever I want to. Like, I'm not looking for a man. I'm not desperate for a man. I'm not seeking attention from nobody. Like, I'm real life chilling and trying to be happy, you know? So that's where I'm at with it. Like, a lot of people have their viewpoints of what I should do. I got into it with a couple of people that weren't supposed to be in my life throughout the years, and that's fine. Like, but right now, I'm highly blessed. And if anybody got any negative shit to say about me, return back to sender, okay? This eyelash is like still wet. it's so stupid. It's always one eyelash for me. It's always. This is the final look. Thank you guys. If you are a Scorpio, comment below. If you related to any of these topics, comment below. Make sure you guys check out my vlog that I released last week. I did a LA and a New York vlog, and I tried some Singapore coffee. It was fire, so make sure you guys go like that video. And I love you guys. Thank you so much for always supporting. Go grab both my books on Amazon. And yeah, it's your girl Bianca B. Bye guys.